welcome back. For this video, I will be demonstrating how to create a mood board using PowerPoint. Many of us may think that we have to have Canva or maybe Photoshop or even things like InDesign to create a mood board, but no, you can do it for free right inside of your PowerPoint presentation application. It's simple. The only thing you need to do is open up PowerPoint, create a slide by making it a blank slide, and then begin to design. Think about all of your principles and elements of design when you're laying out your space, and then you'll have a mood board ready to show to clients. So after watching this video, you should be mood board presentation ready for any classes that you may have or any clients. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video to others. The first thing we need to do is go ahead and click on our text box to delete this information out. So just simply select it and hit down your delete button to remove your text. And for you, it should work on the first try instead of with me. I took a second there. And then we have our clear space or our clear slide, or even we can say our canvas. If you need to change your slide size, you will go over to where it has design and then go to your slide size, and you can change from standard, widescreen, or even customize it. So this is just a preference. From now, I'm going to keep mine at the widescreen 16:9. We all know that a mood board is something that is a general idea of what we're trying to convey to our client, the mood, the feeling that they're going to give when we begin to design their space, making sure that we're on the right track for the theme of whatever it is that they're requesting from us. So we like to start with things like a inspirational piece. I just simply found this inspirational piece right here on Google, and what I did was a copy and pasted it right to my PowerPoint screen here. Pulling this out, I can use my arrows here to grab these grippers to enlarge it as I need to. Right now I'm going to leave it small till I get started with everything else. The space I'm designing is going to be a bedroom. The theme is here. It's like an Oriental style. So this is my inspirational piece. I'm feeling, when I see this image, something soft, feminine, relaxing, elegant, serene, with pops of color. So these are the things that I'm going to continue into this space. So my client is asking for a new bedroom. I have a bed that I've already selected prior, or not the bed, but just the style of the comforter set here. I want it to be a nice plush and floral. So what I did was just simply grab this from Google and I just copied and pasted in, and I removed the background, which I'll do on other images as well, to show how this is done. So I'm just simply bringing that image in. To do something like this and remove a background, what I did was I went to Google. I found my bedding. After I searched it, I did a copy and paste. So let's say we wanted to copy this image here. I'm going to say copy image, bring to my PowerPoint, and then I can do a Control V to paste it. And of course, using those arrows here, I'm going to expand it. You can close out that X designer. It kind of pops up all the time. When I am on this image, I can go remove background. And what it would do is it would take everything besides the bedding off of my screen for me. And I'm not going to use that. This is the bed that I'm going to use. I'm going to show this in other ways. So now let's say I wanted to bring in like some nightstands, or I'm looking for something to go on the side of the bed. Again, it's just an idea. I don't want to have a concrete piece of furniture because I don't know yet, but maybe that is what I want to use to bring in my pops of color in my side tables or nightstands here. So I just typed in the word Oriental side tables, and I did a little scrolling just to look through some different ideas of some. I like that octagon shape, but I also like color. So looking at these ones here, I'm like, oh, these are nice side tables. So maybe these can represent something or the style that I'm going for my nightstands. So I'm going to copy these images and bring it back to my PowerPoint and of course paste them in. While the pictures are inserting here, as you can see, it's kind of on top of the bed and it has like a white background. So I'm going to select the image again, remove the background here, and watch the magic happen. And now it's just those stands by themselves. So when I bring it over in front of this bed, I'm going to enlarge here. I now have those stands. If for any instance the bed or your stands or anything are overlapping each other, when you select it, you can do a right click, and where it says arrange, you can send your images to the front or the back so that they layer properly. I want to place myself some type of rug. So I did search an Oriental rug here, and I found this Oriental Chinese handmade area rug. It has those greens colors in here, that green, those mauves, and those soft pinks, and I just love these colors. So I'm going to copy the image again, insert it into my PowerPoint. Once again, as you can see, it's overlapping here. I love how the designer keeps giving me ideas. But it's overlapping my bedding, so I'm going to remove the background first so I can clean up the edges so that it's only the rug. And now I can place this. Now it's almost similar to my inspirational piece, so I want to put it to the side here. And thinking about my principles and elements of design, I want to make sure that I am starting to give my mood board some type of balance here. Maybe I want to elongate my image to almost mimic the rug. There. And let's think about other things that I'm going to pull in. I need to start talking about maybe some colors for my client and some materials as well. I'm liking the way that this bed is, but what about, I want to do some wood slats for the type of bed that I'm, may think to have. I like that, idea for the comforter, something floral, but maybe when I see things like this, it does put me in that mold or feel of Oriental. So I'm going to choose to represent this. Let's see, if I was to maybe select this here, and I just want to do a copy of the image. I like this walnut acoustical slat panels. This is just representation of what I want my headboard to possibly mimic for my client. So if I do a Control V to paste this, what I can do now is select that shape, change the shape to maybe a circle here, and just scale it down because I want to show it as if it is just a sample, a material sample here. Maybe I'll stick it there, but I'm not liking the tone of it, that color of it. So let me enlarge it one more time, select this, and go to where it says format the picture. This is where I can now play with the color by maybe lessening the saturation so that it gets to the tone or the shade that I want it to be. And this will require some like playing around with. And leave that the same. And here it did lighten it up a little for me. If I don't want to show as much, I can always crop this image more. And so now it shows, okay, this is, you know, the style or the material that I'm looking to use for my bed. And maybe place it there. I don't know. We'll play around with this some more. But when it comes to possibly inserting some shapes, I can use shapes to create my color samples. Again, I'm thinking about placement and scale and proportion. I'm going to simply just copy and paste. It may be line up my colors here. And maybe I have, you know, my main colors up top. And maybe I have my accent colors here. The good thing about PowerPoint is that it does provide you with these red dotted lines so that you can kind of see some balance and proportioning happening, spacing happening in your design or your layout. Okay, let's say this is good enough. So now that I have these oval shapes just to represent where I'm going to do, where I'm going to place my colors, now let's fill these colors. So you can select this color and go to your shape fill and go down to where it says eyedropper. And I just simply did a right click. With the eyedropper, I can come into my inspirational image and literally pick out colors right from my picture. So if I want to tell my client that, you know, we're looking in this tone or these shades, I have some already selected here. Maybe I'm looking like this, and maybe I'm here, and I just simply found these by using my eyedropper and coming into my actual image here. Maybe I'm saying, you know what, this one is too dark, or this is too purple. So I can always change. Eyedropper. Even if I'm pulling something out of that rug here, I like the colors that I have going on in that inspiration image, but I also have found other colors too. There we go. Okay, these work better for me. If I want to remove that border, you know, I don't want that black to be around, I can always go and click on the shape, go to the outline and say no outline. And it just gives a cleaner look to what I'm looking for. I wanted my space to be soft, so I want the softness to convey also in the mood board. When I want to do more than one at one time, I can select one and hold down the shift key and right click to select the others and do this same thing. No outline on all of them at one time. I'm missing some things, like maybe I want to show some plant life. So what I did was I Google searched Oriental plant in the pot, and I saw this image. I thought it was really nice. So what I can do is copy this image again, come over to my PowerPoint and paste it, and bring it over and maybe shrink this down, because maybe I can show it sitting on top there. But I need to, of course, remove that background and see how much of the background removes. Oh, good. It takes all of it away. So maybe I can move this. These are kind of big, so maybe I'll shrink them down smaller. Okay. We have something that looks like this so far. If I wanted to bring in some pillows, I want to show that I have some silk material pillows that makes me think of feminine. Maybe these three here. I can, of course, once again, copy the image, bring those over, paste them in. You want to make sure you're not clicked on anything so that they paste into the PowerPoint and not into one of your images. If it comes in large, that's okay. You can go ahead and select it to shrink it down, and then of course remove that background here. I don't need these to be that big. I am going to crop this image just to, stay where I need to be. And let's shrink this down a lot more. And maybe now I'm kind of doing some space planning here. I want to keep that separate, or I can just go ahead and extend it down so that it's just on there. I can always rotate this if I wanted to. I kind of like it straight. I'll leave it. From here, I want to select these here and maybe move them up. We'll see what happens. And then maybe I can include something like I Googled elegant lighting. And I ran across a lighting fixture that was very nice. It's this one here. It's elegant Oriental lighting. And I want to show how to bring this image in. So I'm going to copy this and let's do our normal paste. When it comes in and I go to select it and remove the background, I want you to notice that it still has a little bit of that pixelated items around it. That's okay. You can remove the background again. So if I simply selected this and I did another copy and then I do another paste of it, now I have two of them. I'm going to delete that original. And now it's a new image. So I can bring that back in. So now it's a new image and I can go ahead and remove the background. And now it's completely removed. So with some items you can If it doesn't remove it all the way the first time, you can always copy the one that you removed the image, the background from first, then repaste it, and then reinsert it. I'm going to shrink my bed a little here. Now I am just shrinking things a little bit so that I am working to place things a little better on my screen here. That chandelier here is very pretty, but it is too big. I don't need it to be that big. I want to make things make sense here. From here we can here we go. I want to make sure my left and my right of my space is nice and even. I want to make sure the top and the bottom have the same amount of white space. So that means if I have to shrink anything down, then I would do so. If I have to move anything over, then I would do that as well. At this time, it's just all about spacing and your layout. From here, when you've made it this far, you can go through and, begin to add in your text. So inserting myself a text box, I'm going to title my drawing or my mood board. Oriental theme bedroom. If you have your customer's name, you can put that in. If you want to, make your words bold, you can do that. If you want to change the font of your words, you can do that here as well. Remember though, you do want your wording to match your theme. And of course, use your lines here to line up your text and everything flows. I'm going to create another text box because you want to have your buzzwords. So we have like soft, plush. Then you have this space is feminine. Then we want this space to be relaxing. So these are things that you want to stand out when you are talking to your client. Line up your text. Play around with that. Everything does not have to be soldier left and right. You're designing your board to fit. Everything seems to be a little bit far at the bottom, so I'm going to move some things upward. Maybe I don't want my text to hang down at the bottom so far by itself. So again, I'm just moving things around. If you need to add any other words, such as calling out, what your wall colors were, or what your, let's see, if we say wall colors, and then we do another text box and we say accent colors. You can do that as well. You can take this and rotate it. you can have it, you know, one way or the other. I want to go to my home and do undo. I don't want to rotate, but you can rotate if you need to. I'm just going to go ahead and move this. Maybe I will rotate it. Let's see. Again, now I'm just trying to figure out how to set my board up. What works for me? Careful not to grab the wrong thing. All are up to you. And maybe I like the way that's going, but maybe I want to stretch that out more and, you know, make this smaller. And then make my letters bold, maybe. Oh, undo. Now I'm just having fun with it and trying to come up with a design that I like. And looking at this, I don't like the way that these read sideways, so I'm actually going to take those off. And rotate it back around. And if I want, I can just stick it right in the center. Oh, undo. Line this up here and then maybe select these and move them down. Select the word wall, shift, grab all of that and move it up. Say those are my wall colors, and then maybe rotate this back around and put this here. And move this all together too. And again, you don't have to call out, well, I don't have to call out the word accent colors, but you know, sometimes you'll see on mood boards, you just have like the wall color, the trim, the ceiling colors, all of that, you definitely can do. Move this here and that there. And then maybe space this out a little bit up here. Here we go. So these things will suffice as a finished mood board. And when you are set and done with this in your PowerPoint, you can simply do a screenshot and you are ready to send this to your client. I hope that this video was fun and helpful, and you also learned something new and some new tricks in working with your PowerPoint. Good luck and thanks for watching.